Hi, everybody. It's Nell Thames. No, I thought David was giving me a signal that I should stop talking. Um, Nell Thames, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mount Vernon, Texas. Oh my gosh, I needed some makeup today. So sorry. I wore makeup this morning. I'm just going to say this because it's kind of bugging me. I was just on Facebook and I was looking for my page. And I saw an update regarding Anne Marie Heil. I don't know if you know her. She is Stampin' Anne on Facebook. I'm going to tell you that we should all be in prayer for her. She is a member of Maker's Mojo and team, and I do a lot of events with them. And so I'm just going to say that she is ill, and you can find her page at Stampin' Anne, ANNE, and find the updates there. I'm not going to tell you what's going on with her because that's not my place. But she's in my heart, and it's kind of taken me by surprise, to be quite honest. So anyway, if you are a praying person, please be in prayer for Anne Marie Heil. All right, so today we are going to make a, go ahead to the sorry about the, oh, you are, right? Okay, so we are going to make this Father's Day card. It is a fun fold. I've been doing a lot of fun folds lately. I hope that's okay with you. I, especially on my Tuesday blog, my fun folds, because that's the one that I do my video on now. I've been trying to move my video to the Tuesday blog, so don't worry about measurements or anything. As Mary Dethridge says, you don't have to write anything down. You don't have to take any notes because this will all be on my blog on Tuesday. And not only that, but the blog post is ready to go. So anyway, so I am using the Take to the Skies, which is the airplane one, of course. And it is a fun fold. So it's just a little flap that opens, and it is a Father's Day card. So not too much room to write, but it's, it's pretty. Fathers don't read too much. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, and then my envelope and the back and front of the envelope. So we are going to move on. We are using Adventurous Skies. Oh, that hurt. And I keep my dies inside. You do what you do. And I already have some of the stamps pulled up, but we're using the Adventurous Skies die. And then the Nested Essentials. Now, so, I never know exactly how I want to tell you which one we're using. I'm going to take this out in case it's all, it's all shiny. But we're going to, I'm going to use this one that is the second largest and this one that is the second smallest. So that is how I've named them, from counting from the inside in and outside in. That's how I've named them, is the second largest and second smallest. Don't be confused. There's only 4 dies. At least there's only 4 elongated dies. Okay, what's wrong? Oh, apparently it's in my face. Oh, this one is too, I see. Nope, that's that one.
I got it.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start. I have all my pieces cut because I'm trying to keep y'all to here only half an hour. And so this is a pretty easy, straightforward card to make if you are prepared ahead of time. So once you do all your cutting, then it's easy to make. So this is, I have all my instructions over here just in case. This one is 5.5 by 8.5. I could have told you that by looking at it. Scored at 4 1/4. And we are going to take 2 inches right off the front. So I'm just going to turn that over, not off, over. And trim that off. And this then is going to become our flap. Lost my card here. It's going to become our flap, this one piece right here. And so in order to put it in half, I'm going to just score it at 2 3/4.
Okay, Mary says, hi Nell, here with you on YouTube. You weren't getting love on Facebook, or it want for me.
Oh, okay. Well, we were having a little issue with Facebook, and I said to David, I'm glad you're on YouTube, Mary. Welcome to YouTube. But I said to David, maybe we just go live on YouTube next week because we are having kind of a problem with Facebook. I know that Facebook groups are having a problem, but Facebook pages hadn't been having a problem. So I can see myself on Facebook, but I don't know how I got there. Oh, David did it, so I don't know how I got there. All right, so first thing we're going to do is just kind of get an idea where middle is. I don't know where middle is, so I'm just going to eyeball it because I'm not really going to measure it. And I want my flap to come over on the edge here. I want it to be right, the fold to be right at the edge. I'm going to use glue because I like it. You must, I personally do draw pictures with my glue. I think you know that about me. That Pixie, did you finish that cookie already? Boy, I gave the dogs cookies just as David turned the live on, and they're done already. And here we are, what, a couple of minutes in. Okay, so that's about right. Even if it's not exactly right, we have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay, and there's that. So it's not quite, I'm not quite at the edge, but close enough. Now, normally I would not put my inner flap down right away, but I'm Team Glue. Yes, Team Glue. I love Team Glue. I am Team Glue. Although I have to admit that we are going to use more Stampin' Seal than you think this time, Mary. This particular one. So what I started to say was I normally would not put my thing down, but because we're not going to stamp on this, I'm going to put it down now because it will help us in the long run. Okay, and so that was seal. We're going to use seal again. Hello, that doesn't look good. One moment, please. I think I need to replace my blade again. I have replaced my blade so often. This is just a little sanding block. I keep it. I'm not even sure where I got it. Probably Amazon, because who doesn't get everything on Amazon? That would be me. I give everything on Amazon, says David. Okay, so we're going to decorate this, but we're not going to stamp on it. So I feel confident that I can put it right there. I can put it on without worrying about it. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I have these are the two second largest elongated dies, and I'm going to put them back to back. So wrong sides together. If you sew, you would know what wrong sides together mean.
Carol says hi now.
Hi, Carol. Thanks for coming. And so the placement of this depends completely on where you want your items to fit. And so I think we're going to move it over further than I had it yesterday. David and I we're going to do this.
Also says, look for you on Facebook, but didn't find you here. So
that's really weird.
I think we're having problems with Facebook. Sorry, guys.
Well, okay. I think, Carol, we're going to go to YouTube next week, just YouTube. I think we're going to transition to just YouTube. I've been kind of thinking about doing that because YouTube is just much easier for our software, as long as I set it up properly. Also, I did not set my Facebook up very early, so that could be why too. All right, so David and I actually, and I can see that I did it again, David and I actually were counting, this has little notches in it, and we were counting the notches on the first card I made because it looked crooked. And this blue one is the second card, or this copper one is the second card I made. Same design, but okay. So, we may not have a piece we're missing. Oh, here it is.
Mary says Facebook, blah.
I know. I'm getting tired of Facebook. Now, I had heard that groups were having a problem, but that pages, which is what I have, because I don't have a closed group, were not going to have a problem after they did whatever integrations they did. And I don't think that's true because now we have had a problem the last couple of weeks going live. So this one is when I talked about the second smallest elongated die, that's this one. And I'm going to do it the face up. And so liquid glue again. Now this may be the last of the liquid glue for this card. I can't remember. We'll find out. Pixie. Shh. Pixie's doing a lot of heavy breathing again. It must be Sunday night. My son is home and he said, make sure you tell me when you go live so I can, be quiet because he's quite loud. Oh, look, I'm getting to see live. Wow, I get to see Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, the other thing, YouTube. I always have to look at Facebook when on the screen in front of me. I get to look at YouTube today. Okay, so we're going to put this aside for just a minute. Oh, we're not done with the glue. I lied. And I'm going to grab my silicone sheet because, so I have a bunch of pieces cut out in this handy dandy little yellow holder here. This is for this, and I have a little, oh, here it is. Little. So now I have to admit that I probably did this out of laziness, but I did not want silver wheels. And so I cut an entire black piece. At first I cut just the bottom half, but I felt that was a lot to explain. And so I cut a whole piece of black, and I'm just going to trim off my wheels here, do a little bit of plain surgery. I'm a mechanic now. Did anybody know that? It's my new calling as a mechanic. Okay. And so now I have black wheels, and we're going to bring out the Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to use seal on this. And the reason is because since I'm adhering something directly to the back of this, I was really on this. This is the new silver foil paper, and I was having a really hard time. In fact, I can show you if I can find it. So this one's a little crooked, but see, it got really messy in my opinion. And so I didn't want the messiness of the glue. So I adhered it with Stampin' Seal.
Okay, Joanne Hassler.
Hello, Mother.
Maya and Joanne watching from Illinois.
Oh, is she on Facebook?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. So hi, Maya. Maya's my niece. Hello, Mother. That's an A and a P when you're talking airplanes. What's an A and a P? I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is a little bit of a challenge, especially with seal. Oops, I have a little extra there. And so I have to show you how I do my my issue here. So I took my take your pick tool and I just kind of pulled out all this little spider webby stuff because I didn't want it obviously to show. And so I'm just pulling it out, and I do have a little piece here that I want to pull out completely anyway, because I did not get it out. Excuse me, I'm doing a little surgery here. Okay, there we go. And so I'm just taking all this extra seal off.
Avionics and propulsion.
Oh Lord, that definitely is AKA mechanic. Okay, I'm going with mechanic. So one of the things that I like about this is that it lines up just beautifully with the piece underneath it. So there's no question where it goes. So I am just going to, Pixie, you are making me nuts. What is with you? Of course, there's no question where it goes, so I put it in the wrong place. Wait, what am I doing here? Hold on, one moment, please. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted to do, and I don't know why I did it the wrong way. Okay, and I accidentally put glue on the top. I didn't need to do that, but I'm going to pull this little hunk of glue off here. Okay. I probably could have done that with mini glue dots too. What do you think? I might have. I'm going to not save these wheels for later because we don't need them. I also then have the little propellers, teeny tiny little propeller. So I'm going to, Pixie, oh my gosh, you're driving me crazy. See, I can't even say anything quiet, Pixie, because they can hear me. So they know that you're being weird. Actually, she's being Pixie. This is what Pixie does on video days. That's what she does. Okay. Well,
Girls just love this set.
I do love this set. I especially love it for, anybody who's ever been in the military. And I don't know why, but probably because my father-in-law was he was in the Air Force. My father was in the Air Force. My uncle was in the Army, but he did helicopters. I don't think he did planes. Okay, so that's that piece. Now we're coming back to the liquid glue over here. I'm going to leave this on here because it's got sticky on the back that I didn't mean to put on there. Might have to take that sticky off. All right, so going back to the liquid glue, I have two 2-inch pieces, two different patterns of, and I can use which either side of these I want. This is going to go on my envelope, so I'm going to leave that here. I think we're going to do this and maybe this.
Rosie King.
Well, hi, Rosie.
Says hi now.
Hi, Rosie. Thanks for stopping by. I'm getting to sound like Mary, I think. Right? Yay, Air Force. I know, right, Mary? I mean, it's good. Air Force is good. I'm an Air Force child.
Oh my.
So is David, actually. David and I have a lot in common. It's kind of interesting. My mother and I that we're talking, when we did our Mother's Day our Mother's Day video, how much we have in common. And there was a lot more that we didn't even mention that we really didn't realize at the time. I mean, we know that we both went to the same college, and we both have the same ring and same college ring, at least. Okay, so now those pieces are all together, and we're going to add the plain. I'm going to put a little bit of the, oops, so sorry. Didn't mean to make that loud.
Rosie says, I'm a retired Air Force nurse, and my husband is a retired 135 pilot.
Well, there you go. My father-in-law is a retired, and I'm just making this unsticky. That's all I'm doing with this because it's got a little bit of seal at the top. My father-in-law is a retired navigator. So he was, and then he worked in something else that I'm not allowed to know about. So I don't know anything about it. Can you make that, or is it coming from up top? I can't see all of the comments. I'm only seeing up to Mary.
Well,
or
it's scrolling up.
Oh, I'm not used to seeing the, I'm sorry, I've got a little bit.
Scrolling backwards in YouTube.
Okay. All right. So we're going to put a little bit more seal on here and just, I guess I could have left that the way it was. Put a little bit more seal on here and make this fly upwards. And again, I'm using seal because I've learned my lesson with the glue coming through and making it not so pretty. And so there we go. That's that. Beauteous. And then before I let this go, the industrial trinkets. I love these industrial trinkets. The only thing is that they do make your card a little bit heavier than I'm used to. And they're pretty thick. So, but I don't care. I like them anyway. So putting one here. Come on now. Pixie. Shh. My hands do not work right. So I told David he was supposed to remind me of this before I let y'all go today, but I'm going to say it now because it's on my brain and I'll forget if I don't do it now. I don't normally use, although I have it, I don't normally use Splenda. And you're all thinking, what the heck does that have to do with anything? Oh, yeah. See, so is Rosie on Facebook?
Yes.
Rosie, that's why, Mary.
And Rosie's saying, love this fun fold.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I love it too. All right. So that's it for this front side. And all we have to do is the inside and the envelope. See, this is, yes, I'm getting there. Okay. So Splenda. So my Splenda today, I got a Splenda packet. I've been going through a rough patch, and things are not all that fantastic right now. And I just have been struggling with, here it is. Okay, this is the only ink I used was the Night of Navy. And so I got this Splenda today that said, replace I wish with I will. So I'm just going to tell you, today is replace I wish with I will day. Because you know what? I don't usually wish, to be quite honest. Oh, that's a little crooked. One moment, please. Don't like it. I should have done the Mary thing and stamped it first, or stamped it on my thing first, but I didn't. Okay, so this piece it should be 1.25 inches. It is not. Oh, there's the 1.25 inches. All right, this one is 1.25 inches by 1 7/8. So I'm not really an I wish person, but I feel like I'm not necessarily an I will person. And so it was a good reminder to me that I am I am not totally in control. And if you know me, you know that I am well, what the heck? What's going on here? There we go. I got it. I cannot move my hand from this one moment. I cannot speak. It's still off. Okay, we're leaving it. We're anyway. So I am just I'm going to be an I will person. All right, so we're going to put these two together, but I try to explain this on when I write it on a blog, and it's getting really dark outside. That's why I keep looking towards the window. Sorry, we are under some sort of storm watch. And so I cut up the center, and then I cut from the edge to the middle. But I did not do that I think we're going to have to go this way. There we go. There, now look at that. See, look, now it's very even. You know what makes this look so uneven is because there's a line there. I'm not sure what I was thinking picking that one. All right, so this, I'm going to go again, straight up, almost all the way, and cut this like this, and cut this, whoops, this one's not, we're going to cut this like this. There we go. Okay, so we have basically two banners. It shouldn't be that difficult, but some days things are more difficult than I can handle. Today, see, I can't even finish a sentence. Lord Almighty. All righty. And there we go. Easy peasy. I guess I told you that we weren't going to use a lot of liquid glue, but the only thing we did with the seal was the airplane. So I guess we're okay. We're still team liquid glue, not team seal. Okay. And then I just put this right up here. Kind of. I just wanted, one of the nice things about having this here is that you know that this side is always going to be covered. Or not always, but it's going to be covered until you're ready. So I believe this plane is in takeoff. Looks good. I like it. I'm happy with it. All right, moving on. Pixie, honey, you are. All right, so we're back to liquid glue again. This is my plane oh, you can't. Hello? How are you? I forget that you're over here too. This is my plane in reverse because I made it with copper on the outside. I realized I might have made it backwards, but you know what? I like the copper. At first it was yellow, and did you know there's no yellow in this paper? I did, but I decided to go with it anyway. And then I decided that I wasn't all that fond of the yellow. I'm actually not a large yellow user, I would say, except that I just replaced my Daffodil Delight because I used a lot of yellow. I must have had a favorite DSP that used yellow. All right, so trimming. That was this is the 2 1/4 inch DSP by 6 inches. Just trimming that off, so that's just makes it pretty. I did cover the whole thing this time. I went on a kind of went on a spree of not covering the whole flap in my blog cards. By the way, today was my 100th blog. I have written 100 blogs, which means I've made at least 200 cards. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like it, Carol and Mary. But yeah, I've made 100 cards for other people to see. Or to share with other people, and I like that. I lost my I'm sure I didn't lose it. David, where's my ink? Oh, here it is. I did lose it. I put it away. All right, last piece. So Mary, you probably know what this is. I just called it the riveted stuff.
Rosie says congrats on the blog post.
Thank you. Oh yeah, maybe that's when I used it, Carol, was at Easter. I know, I can't believe I just, I saw the number today and I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. It's a big deal. I got my 100th subscriber not too long ago. And I didn't get permission to release her name, so I've never told anybody that I had her. But I did get permission. But I did, get my 100th blog subscriber, and now I have my 100th blog post. So that is it for me, I think, today. I am I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, and of course, if you're not a member of my email list, I encourage you to join my email list so that you hear about when I am. Well, this week you'll get information about what's coming up at Stampin' Up, because you get that every week from me on Wednesdays. That's what happens on Wednesday. But you'll also get an email every time my blog goes live. However, today, if you were on my email list, you were lucky enough, I believe, to get 2 emails because I had turned something on that shouldn't have been turned on, and so I think some people got 2 emails. Anyway, sorry about that. If you got 2, I promise you won't get 2 in a day usually, unless something really spectacular happens. So I'm gonna get going because it's getting kind of gray out there, and we may have to go hunker down somewhere. But I appreciate everybody who is here today: Rosie and Mary and Carol and Maya and Joanne and David and Pixie and Jesse and me. So if you're watching on the replay, I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe and set that notification button to all. And I think that's it for me today. So I will see you next week on Sunday at 6 p.m. Central. And remember that the instructions for this blog will be live on Tuesday the 4th at 8 a.m. at stampwithnell.com. Thank you very much. Have a good night.